Oh, what's up you fellas? Haz here. What are we talking about today? Oh yeah, we're gonna do an old RPG review. Hold up, this is serious business. Hey, I think someone a little more affluent and serious needs to handle this kind of content. Oh, what's affluent? Isn't that another word for fun? It is, eh? Guys, let's just jump right in. This is going to be my review for Rogue Galaxy, the PS2 RPG. Wow, you can't even say the name of the game, bro. You're not serious at all. Get it right, you egg. If it was Rogue, it will be spelled R-O-W-G. Rogue. It's said like Rogue Gooey Galaxy, man. Rogue's not even a word. You're dumb. Wicked! Now that egghead is out of here, let's get into it.
Rogue Gooey Galaxy is originally a PS2 RPG released in the West way back in 2007 by those awesome fellas at Level 5. They made heaps of wicked RPGs throughout the years, eh? Dark Cloud 1 and 2, Dragon Quest 8, White Knight Chronicles, and Ni no Kuni 1 and 2, bro. Even though I've got the PS2 version of this game, I'm reviewing the PS4 version for you fellas today. Old Haz just couldn't resist getting that platinum trophy, eh? Oh, took me about 100 hours to get though. I know, you fellas wish you were as good as me, eh? Don't worry though, maybe one day you will be.
Nah, don't think so.
Here's why Old Haz loves Rogue Gooey Galaxy. Bro, honestly, simplicity, man, that's pretty much it, eh? At the heart of every aspect of this game, right from the moment you get control of the main character, it just oozes simplicity, man.
But you fellas didn't even know I knew that word, eh? Shame on you, eh?
So, what does Old Haz mean by this? Well, for starters, controlling the characters both in and out of battle, it's just so easy, bro. It feels so smooth and responsive for such an old RPG. This is critical, because Old Haz always likes to look and feel cool when playing, eh? Heaps of old RPG games suffer from crappy animations and jerky character controls which just make you look dumb, man, when you're trying to show off to your mates, bro. Initiating combat's pretty standard, eh? Just run around until the screen cuts out to a battle arena containing the enemies and your team, man. Hold up. I know what you're thinking, man. This is just the same thing every other RPG does. But unlike all those other RPGs that came out around this time, man, this ain't turn-based combat, bro. This is fully controllable real-time combat in a completely 3D arena. Man, it's wicked as mean, bro. You can switch between any of the 3 characters in your party on the fly, and each of them has a basic 3 to 4 hit attack combo, a jumping attack combo, a secondary weapon attack, and you can combo that with your main weapon, bro. There's even special moves as well. They even have party attack moves which you can unleash depending on who you have selected for your battle team, man. Old Haz could be wrong about this, but I reckon this is one of the first third-person RPGs to ever have this kind of battle system, eh? Oh, actually, Grandia had something like this too. Actually, and Radiata Stories. Oh, never mind then.
I thought I had a new fact. Shame.
Gaining new abilities for your character to use in combat is a fun and rewarding process that's tied to finding loot from both the monsters you beat and opening up treasure chests. You take that loot and you plug it into the skill board, eh? To unlock the skill, man. It's easy, bro. It seems almost like the first version of the sphere grid that Final Fantasy is famous for.
I see you, Square, taking these ideas. You can't trick Old Haz.
But here's the thing. You can't just talk about leveling up your characters and then not talk about the crafting system in this game, bro. Check it out. Each of your character's weapons can be melded and fused with other weapons to create newer, more powerful versions. Just fight enemies with them until you max out the familiar... Oh, bro, just fight until that bar says max, eh? Then it's ready to be fed to this purple-ass frog, bro. Whoa, too Mickey, bro, too Mickey. If you like Old Haz, this is where you'll grind for days just to get that next weapon for your characters before the next big boss fight. By the way, that purple frog, bro, he's got one of the best voices of any character in any game, man. I'm just saying. Voila! So, what about that story then, eh? Look, you fellas, I'm gonna be straight up, man. You aren't gonna find a complex story that keeps you guessing in Rogue Gooey Galaxy, but here's what it is. It's a good old-fashioned, easy to digest tale that it makes you good feel in the feel. It makes you what? It just makes you feel good in the feels, bro. That's it. It's got a couple of real eye-opening moments in there just when you need them, and that keeps things moving along at just the right pace, eh? There aren't a lot of tricky words, location names, and deep lore to think about in order to understand what's going on. Think of the story in Rogue Galaxy like it's one of those sweet-ass adventure books your grandpappy read to you when he was tucking you into bed, bro.
Well, that never happened to me, eh? But I've seen it in the movie, so I thought it looks pretty cool.
The cast of 8 playable characters in Rogue Gooey Galaxy is just awesome, bro. Everything from your standard farm boy wielding a sword, to a harpoon wielding shark man, eh? To a prim and proper droid that fights with Wolverine-like claws, and an Amazonian warrior woman that's just a beast with a bow and a kukri, bro. The writing, dialogue, cutscenes and interactions between this cast of characters could easily have been a huge downer for this game if the voice acting was dumb, man. But for all 8 characters and for many of the supporting cast, it's simply top notch, bro. Seriously, 100% old man has guarantee. I think it may be one of the best voice acted games for its time, eh? I reckon you won't find better if you looked honest, man.
I'm really not the running type.
Art-wise, this game looks amazing, bro. The characters, creatures, bosses, environments and UI all fit together so nicely, and this is another area that adds to the immersion and just allows you to get on with playing the game, bro, and experiencing everything that it's got to offer. The bulk of the main gameplay will have you follow us traveling from point A to point B in a fairly linear progression through some pretty massive dungeons, eh? Some of these do get a bit boring, and the combat can feel pretty repetitive, but the typical grind I found quite fun because I was always working towards plugging that loot in, man, and unlocking those new skills. Yeah. There are side quests outside of the main quest line, and there are plenty to do if that's the kind of RPG gamer that you are. Most of them are pretty simple though, and just involve bringing certain pieces of loot to the quest giver in exchange for some kind of difficult to obtain item, weapon or outfit for your character, man. To go along with this, there are various other challenges to undertake as you play through, like hunting special rare spawns called quarries, eh? They yield big EXP and large hunter rank point bonuses. Oh, what's hunter rank though? Don't worry, bro, Haz has got you. It's basically this list of the top 100 hunters in the galaxy. Another side quest is for you to reach number 1. 2 very cool features that I really enjoyed in Rogue Gooey Galaxy and missed terribly from many RPG games these days is uncovering the map Fog of War style. You fellas remember that? So rad, bro. Where did that go, man? Who thought that was a good idea to just never do again? Also, when you have fully explored every dungeon and hit every save point on the planet, you unlock an ability to see every treasure chest you have missed on the minimap. Mean, bro, mean. I want to mention a couple of the in-depth mini-games that you'll probably be spending dozens of hours in, eh? The first is called Insectron. Basically, Level 5 added a Pokemon battle type mini-game that has you traveling all over the world, dropping down a bait and a cage and waiting to capture different Insectrons. Then you rear them, you feed them, and ultimately you battle them in a chess style minigame, eh, to gain rank in the Insectron Stadium, bro. I'm warning you fellas, eh, this is insanely addictive, bro, especially because you can chuck your cage and your bait down anywhere in the game and just capture random Insectrons. Pro tip from old Haz. Here are some extremely rare and strong Insectrons that can only be found by dropping the cage in certain spots and by using rare and specific baits. The second minigame is a factory, where you assemble pieces of loot into powerful weapons and items to use in battle. The awesome thing about this one is you find ideas and blueprints of things to build by talking to the people you meet. Then you arrange various pieces of machinery in the factory to process those materials and ensure the right conditions are met in order to produce the rare item you're looking for, man. I know what you're saying. But Haz, this is starting to sound like the ultimate game, man. You haven't said anything bad about it. Settle down, bro. I do have some complaints. The third-person camera control can get a bit tricky when you go inside a small shop or house. Sometimes you'll completely lose sight of your whole team, or the camera can get totally stuck in a place that's not even helpful at all due to some crappy collision detection. This is annoying as because some valuable chests are hidden in those houses and you can miss them altogether. There's also quite a few times in the game when the frame rate dropped down to maybe 10 or so frames a second. I couldn't figure out what was causing this at all, but there can't be any excuses for this on such an old game. Bro, how about this one? The final battle sequence has you fighting 8 bosses in a row. And if you get to the final boss like me, but then die in 2 seconds, but that never happened to me, I heard some other fellas told me that that's what happened, cause, bro, I would never die, man. I would never die, man. Bro, I've never died in any game, man, so don't even think about that. But if you do die on that final boss, you need to replay all 8 bosses just to get back there. Bro, that's level 5 throwing out those jabs hard, bro, that's rough as. But like I said, I wouldn't know anything about that, So what do we got, To sum up my thoughts on Rogue GUI Galaxy, here we go. It's a rad old school third-person action RPG that's very easy to play and get into. It's fun, engaging, looks great, sounds great, and has a surprising amount of depth. Is it the most epic tale of RPG gaming ever? No way, man. But it has a talking purple frog that you feed weapons to, bro. And some post-game content that should keep even the most seasoned hardcore RPG grinder happy. Ghost Ship Extreme Dungeons, anyone? I give this game a total score of 8 Rogue GUIs out of 10. It will give you 60 plus hours easily, and probably closer to 100 plus hours if you want the Platinum Trophy, It's quite simply one of those old school RPGs you shouldn't miss out on, and it's cheap as on the PS4.
Hey fellas, real quick, if you like old Haz's style, just tap those like and subscribe buttons and ding-a-ling-a-ling that little bell, I'll wait for you right now. Hurry up, man, do it! Man, I've got heaps more games to review. See you fellas on the next one.